Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, this is the Bulldog Tech. Today, we're going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Samsung calls this phone Ultra because everything is supposed to be Ultra. And based on our testing, that claim absolutely holds up. This device is the pinnacle of the Samsung experience on the market today. It has earned a CNET Editor's Choice Award, but here's the headline we need to talk about right up front. This device features the greatest phone screen ever, but let's not talk about the AI. It costs a lot, starting at $1,300. If you're thinking about buying the S25 Ultra, you need to understand two things right away. First, its performance and display are jaw-dropping. Second, if you want this phone for its flashy new AI features, don't buy it. We'll dive into why, and that is later, but consider that is your first warning. The S25 Ultra isn't a radical reinvention, it's an exercise in refinement. It builds on the already amazing S24 Ultra. It is a massive, top-tier flagship device packed with specs, features, and future-proofing. The question isn't whether it's good. It is undoubtedly a wonderful phone. But whether you need an Ultra over the less expensive S25 or S25 Plus. In terms of physical design, the S25 Ultra is a subtle but noticeable step away from the previous Note-influenced designs. It features a titanium frame and is lighter than the S24 Ultra. At 218 grams, it feels less like a tech-infused brick. It now has flat sides, which actually makes it feel more secure and comfortable to hold. For durability, it carries an IP68 water and dust resistant rating. The front is reinforced with Corning Gorilla Armor 2 display glass, which is the industry's first scratch-resistant, anti-reflective glass ceramic cover material. The display is the true star of the phone. It is truly the best screen on any phone. It's a massive 6.9-inch Quad HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED panel. Samsung managed to increase the screen real estate with thinner bezels, the thinnest ever in the Galaxy S series. What truly elevates the experience is the anti-reflective coating. Using the phone outdoors, even in direct sunlight, it is fantastic because of the lack of glare doesn't interfere with your view. Even mundane stuff like social media feed looks completely immersive. While the hardware quality is among the nicest Samsung has produced, the design aesthetic is highly minimal. Some might even say a little boring. Some people may even say it's about as exciting to look at as someone wearing a pair of Dockers and a polo shirt. Furthermore, Samsung kept the truly inspiring colors like titanium jet black, jade green, and pink gold, Samsung.com exclusives, limiting the generally available palette. At the heart of the S25 Ultra is a custom Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform for Galaxy. It comes standard with 128GB of RAM. This phone absolutely flies. Animations and transitions are instantaneous. The chipset features a CPU that is 37% faster, a GPU that offers 30% improved graphics performance, and an NPU that is 40% faster for AI tasks compared to the S24 Ultra. In absolute power, the S25 Ultra is the most powerful phone that we've tested. It scored higher in the Geekbench 6 CPU benchmark, 9707 multi-core score, and the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Graphics Test, 6950 score, than any comparable phone tested, including the iPhone 16 Pro. To keep things cool during these intense tasks, Samsung included an improved and 40% enlarged vapor chamber. This raw power ensures that as more complex AI features roll out, this phone should handle everything you can throw at it for years. The battery has a large 5000 mAh cell. Despite the massive power, the phone reliably made it through a full day on a single charge during testing, often with 30% left, and sometimes even lasting into a second day, although that was very rare. Samsung rakes it up to 31 hours of video playback, so while the battery life is perfectly acceptable, it isn't insane or amazing compared to some of the competitors. For charging, it supports a 45-watt wired charging, though you must buy the wall plug separately. It also offers a 15-watt wireless charging that is G2 compatible. Interestingly though, while it supports the standard, it lacks the built-in magnetic profile of G2. So you need a specialized magnetic case from Samsung or other manufacturers to use accessories like a magnet wallet. The S25 Ultra offers one of the most versatile camera systems you can find today. Samsung highlights its AI Pro visual engine. The hardware included 4 rear lenses. The hardware includes 4 rear lenses, a 200 megapixel wide angle, a newly upgraded 50 megapixel ultrawide, a 10 megapixel 3x optical telephoto, and a 50 megapixel 5x optical telephoto. Samsung is one of the highest rated in camera quality by the American Consumer Satisfaction Index. The new 50 megapixel ultrawide camera is the biggest sensor change. It's simply amazing for a phone. It captures a ton of detail and achieves a dramatic look without excessive fisheye warping. This high-resolution sensor also allows the ultrawide to double as a superb macro lens, providing highly detailed texture shots. The zoom system is also enhanced with AI, featuring space zoom that flows seamlessly from 1 to 100x. The system uses a 3x and 5x optical zoom and a 2x and 10x optical quality zoom enabled by the adaptive pixel sensor. For filmmakers, Samsung has nailed the video features as well. The S25 Ultra is closer than it's ever been to rivaling the iPhone in professional video capture. It features a new controlled zoom slider specifically for video recording. Crucially though, it can now record video in the log format. Log video looks flat and desaturated initially, but it retains significantly more image information for highlights and shadows. This gives editors maximum flexibility for professional color grading after recording. Another great tool is the Audio Eraser, which uses Galaxy AI to filter out background noises like music or wind from your videos, making your subject's voice stand out more clearly. Now, the biggest camera flaw. Shutter speeds are very slow in standard point-and-shoot mode. This has been a recurring issue for a couple of years. When photographing moving objects like people or pets, the slow shutter can result in blurry captures or overexposed images. You can manually fix this using the Pro mode. Most people just want to open the app, point and click. This is a software issue that we hope Samsung addresses, as it undercuts an otherwise stellar camera system. Samsung is touting the hell out of its AI features, promising the next era of mobile AI. But the AI features are highly hit or miss. The biggest critique is that AI can be unreliable. AI features are not exclusive to the Ultra. All 3 S25 models share the same Galaxy AI features, meaning this isn't a strong reason to buy the $1,300 flagship. Many of the functions for AI can be replicated on other Android phones using standard Google apps as well. When AI works, it works great. The cross-app functionality through Gemini shows the most potential. For instance, you can use a single prompt to search for upcoming sneaker drops and add them directly to a note, or search your email for soccer practices and add them to your calendar, all of which work seamlessly. Circle to search with Google allows you to instantly search anything on screen or even identify a song you hear in the moment just by clicking the object. Gemini Live allows free-flowing conversation with the assistant, including the ability to attach images for brainstorming and real-time analysis. We already touched on the Audio Eraser, but it's a smart AI tool that filters specific noises from videos. For accessibility, you can search the phone settings using natural language voice prompts, like asking it to make the text more visible. Originally, the phone runs One UI 7 on top of Android 15. And Samsung provides 7 years of OS and security updates. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra now sports One UI 8. The new interface features include the Now bar, which sits at the bottom of the lock screen. It's a carousel interface showing shortcuts to your Now brief, music, and other alerts. However, unlike the iPhone's live activities, the Now bar is limited and cannot track things like a rideshare. You also get the Now Brief, which provides personalized briefings through the day, covering weather, calendar items, and a recap of the day's photos. The iconic S Pen is built in, but Samsung made significant quiet changes. Bluetooth connectivity has been removed. This means the S Pen loses its Air actions, those remote navigation tools, and you can no longer use the S Pen as a remote camera shutter. Samsung determined that less than 1% of Ultra owners used the Bluetooth feature anyway. For most, this won't be missed. But for those few who relied on it for remote selfies, it's a bit of a big loss. Let's revisit the price. At $1,300, this phone is expensive, and it doesn't even fold in half. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is a technological triumph. But it's a refinement, not a revolution. The two key gripes remain the disappointing camera shutter speed in default mode and the battery life that is basically acceptable for a flagship phone. You should buy the S25 Ultra if you want the best screen you can find on any phone, the most versatile phone camera available today, especially the new 50 megapixel ultrawide. You absolutely need the S Pen. If your needs scale back on any of those three fronts, consider the alternatives. The standard S25 and the S25 Plus have similar functionality, same processor, same AI, and same longevity, but cost significantly less. If you have an S24 Ultra, you might want to sit this one out and wait for the S26 Ultra. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is a phone built with power to last for years. But for 2025, it's best viewed as the device with the ultimate display and maximum camera versatility, not the device that defined the age of mobile AI.